What's up everyone, back with another pickup video for you today with a bunch of stuff that I picked up in maybe the beginning of August, end of July. Definitely think it might have been August. Some from when I was working at my old job and I picked up some stuff at lunchtime from a few CEX and some off the Facebook Marketplace. So I've got just over a handful, maybe a double handful of a stack here. Xbox One, as always, a couple of Xbox 360, PS2, Wii U, and the OG Xbox to go over. So we're now in the middle of October, and I've just got round to recording this one before still needing to record the pickups from our bank holiday weekend back in August. So to jump straight into this one, I'm going to go through the Xbox One games first. And on top of the pile, I've got Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen. I never actually finished Dragon's Dogma on the Xbox 360, and I'm pretty sure that Dark Arisen is the one with a bit more of an expansion on the Xbox 360, the first game. And I do want to get Dragon's Dogma 2. I've just not got around to buying it just yet, mainly because I haven't finished the first one. So picking this up on Xbox One gives me an excuse to finish that one first and then go and play the second one. But I'm definitely caught up with a lot of new games at the minute that I do need to finish, or even just the backlog in general. So I paid a tenner for this one in CEX. I cannot for the life of me remember what CEX I picked this up in. It may have been 2 in, or it could have been the one in Whitechapel, but I'm not too sure. So that's the first one, a tenner for Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen. So looking forward to playing that one. I might give it a go tonight, but who knows. The next 3 are relatively cheap ones that I picked up in Computer Exchange. A couple that I've not seen before. So the first one for £3 is the deluxe edition, but doesn't come with any DLC, from Computer Exchange, and that is Disciples Liberation. Never seen it before, never heard of it before. So that's one to go straight into the Xbox One collection, which is now slowly growing. I'm going to have to reshuffle things with all of the pickups recently on 360 and Xbox One. To make some space, but you can see down there I've got loads of space from pickups that I still need to post and just shelving gaps anyway, so I'm not too worried about that. We'll have a bit of a tidy up soon and stick all of these away. The next one for Xbox One is a game called The Dwarfs. Again, not a game that I had heard of before or ever seen. So while it was £3, I thought I might as well pick that one up and put it straight into the collection. I do like the cover art actually, though. It does look quite nice. A fantasy role-playing game with a strong story and tactically challenging real-time battles. 15 playable heroes with individual skills. We might give that one a go. We'll see how we get on. So that's the Dwarves on the Xbox One. And lastly, on Xbox One is Elex 2 or Elex 2. Not really sure how to pronounce that. Not one that I had heard of before. Looks like it could be quite fun though. And again, that one was £4, and I almost picked this up today on today's hunt, funny enough. So I'm glad that I put that one back. Next, I've got a couple of Xbox 360 games, and I've done it again. I'm not sure where I picked this one up from, but I have got Lego Star Wars 2 on Xbox 360, which is either my second or third pickup of this now. I really need to start making a library of the games that I've got. I will have another look at some apps or whatever. So this may be one that will be getting ready for trade or to be sold. Because I do already have this. Unfortunately, that's another rookie mistake from me, but it is what it is. So Lego Star Wars 2, the original trilogy, and the next one was Lego Star Wars 3, which I didn't have. So all in all, not too bad, because I can either get rid of that number 2 or do a little trade or sell it. I've got a bunch of stuff that I need to trade or sell with anyone who is open to it. So Lego Star Wars 3 for the Xbox 360, one I didn't have. I'm now getting into more expensive games for Xbox 360, and I briefly touched on it in one of my last videos of how it seems that Xbox 360 prices have gone up quite a lot in CX, even for what would have been the relatively cheap ones previously, but it is what it is. The next one is another It's not another, sorry, I don't know why I just said that. It's another CEX game, that's what I was meant to say. But this is on PS2, and they actually look like Playmobil people. And this is Hype the Time Quest, and I paid £3 for this one. Again, not one I've seen or heard of before, but I know I didn't have this one. But look, they look like Playmobil people. It's a Ubisoft game. Oh, it is a Playmobil game, there we go. Playmobil Interactive, it didn't say that on the front. But on the back it does. Playmobil Interactive and Ubisoft Entertainment. Not one I'd ever heard of before, so that's one to go straight into the PS2 collection. The next game is one I think I may have, I'm not too sure about, and it is another PS2 game from Computer Exchange. I paid £2 for this one, and that is Rogue Trooper. I've never played it before. I have seen it about a few times. I think I might have it, I'm not too sure. But yeah, I've never played this before, so hopefully I don't have it, and this is one that can go straight into the collection. The next one is a game that I picked up at the Whitechapel Computer Exchange. I mean, looking at it now, I didn't really notice at the time, but the cover's a bit rank. And that is Super Smash Bros. For the Wii U, which was £5 in Computer Exchange. I got this in Whitechapel. God, yeah, it is creased to absolute ass on the back. That's me not paying much attention where I was on my lunch break, and I've just picked up some bits. Hopefully we can sort that out. It doesn't look like it's water damage and creasing, but it's one that I didn't have. I'm pretty certain. I had mentioned before that my Wii and Wii U, especially my Wii U collection, it is super small. So gradually, as and when, I'm going to start picking up some Wii U games. So there we go, Super Smash on the Wii U, which I didn't have. Oh, I've missed out a PS2 game, and I think I may have this one because I've got a couple of them, but we will see. But I don't think I've got this one, and that was, again, I think this was the Whitechapel Computer Exchange, which is really small, by the way. It was such a waste of time. Well, not a waste of time going, because I've picked these up, but I just was expecting a little bit more. But it was tiny in there, barely any games. And that is The Mummy, Tomb of the Dragon Emperor on the PlayStation 2. I loved the movies, the first two. I wasn't too keen on the Dragon Emperor, and then what was the one? Tom Cruise one. Anyway. But the first two, brilliant films. I loved them. They're probably some of my top movies. But this was £3 for the PS2. I don't think I have this one. So this will go with my other Mummy games straight into the collection. Never played it before. Looking forward to giving it a go. And we'll see how we get on with that one. So that's the last of the PS2 games. Which leads me on to the original Xbox games. And again, a few of these I picked up in the Whitechapel Computer Exchange and some elsewhere, but they are all Computer Exchange games. And the first one I paid £5 for, and that is Stolen, for the original Xbox. Don't really know much about it. I had a spare fiver. Obviously I was feeling a little bit more spenny that day, so I paid a fiver for this one. I don't have it, I've not seen anything of it, so that can go straight into my Xbox collection. The next one is SWAT Global Strike Team. Not sure if this is on PlayStation 2, I've not checked. But I picked this up in Computer Exchange for £1. I may or may not already have it. At this point, if I'm picking up doubles, I don't really care, because I can use them for trade or whatever else with any other collectors or when I'm at events and whatnot. So SWAT Global Strike Team, and that was £1 in Computer Exchange. Oh my god, I'm not even sure how to pronounce this one, but it was £2, and it is Azuric, Rise of the Parathea. It doesn't have the manual, unfortunately, which it does have a little sticker on the front that says that, so whoever traded this into Computer Exchange, it did already have that on there. But it's not one that I have. I can always try and get the manual from eBay or whoever else, but I'm not that anal, to be honest. This one was £2. I hadn't ever seen this before, so I picked that one up, and I did know that I didn't have that one. And the last one of the Xbox games, and all of the games from this another August pickup, is Deus Ex Invisible War. Out of the Deus Ex games, it is one that I do not have. It does have the manual, which is nice. And I paid £2 for this in Computer Exchange, so that will go straight into my original Xbox collection, which is also now growing. Yeah, we're on 3 shelves now, which is good, so that is growing. Nowhere near my 360 or PS2 collection, but we're getting there. So that is the last of the games, Deus Ex. And the last pickup from this bunch of early August is one thing that I've been looking out for ages, or say one of the colours of something I've been looking out for ages, because one of the consoles I do have is a Japanese variation or version even. So I'm looking for the ones, the UK or European ones, and I don't often keep an eye out for them. And I found this one on Facebook Marketplace for relatively cheap. So it didn't come with the cables, which is fine. And I think I paid 60 or 70 quid for it. And that is one of the Funtasttic N64s, which I was gassed to get, if I'm honest, regardless of it not having some cables. But it has now kickstarted in me wanting to get all of the other colours. And I'm going to have a look for all of the other colours. I've had a look, colours. I've had a look online, and regardless of if they've got the cables and stuff, they're still more expensive than what I paid, which is handy. Handy for me, knowing that I didn't pay over the odds for it. But it does now mean that I'm going to have to find the other colours every so often, and I now will have to... I want to hunt and find them in the wild. Do I count Facebook Marketplace finding this as in the wild? Yes, because I wasn't searching for it. I was just scrolling and this came up. So I picked it up because I do want all the colours. And when I was younger, a lot younger, probably early 2000s, mid 2000s maybe, I was at a boot sale in my early teens, and I saw a boxed orange Fantastic one for like 15 quid, long time ago, and I never paid for it. Well, I never picked it up even, because back then I wasn't interested in retro games. I was just at the boot sale, not really sure what I was buying, probably wrestling stuff and something stupid. Which, looking back now, when you're at a boot sale and they're that cheap, is just insane to how much you would have to pay for a boxed version these days. So I picked this up for about 60 quid. It just needs a little bit of a clean up, but I'm super happy to have got this. Was it the jungle version, if that's what it's called, to now kickstart trying to find and piece together more variations of this console. I do like the N64. Back in the day, I was more of a PlayStation 1 kid. My neighbours were Xbox were Nintendo 64 kids. So I played a lot of Nintendo at their house before I eventually got my own. But I played a lot of PlayStation rather than Nintendo. So I now need to make space, because these are going to be display pieces with my Pokemon one. And is it the ice blue with the grey bottom? Which is the one that is up there on show at the minute, because my usual one is just the grey variant. That is the one that I play on. So now on to trying to find more of these beauties, because they do look amazing. I love the look of them, and I'm super excited to now try and find more. So if anyone does have any for sale, let me know, because I will be interested in picking some more of these consoles up. So that is the last pickup for this video. I've still got a bunch more to to record. I was actually on a hunt today, picked up a few more games. I've got a couple more videos to make for our side quests, which will mainly be me now storing stuff in the attic. So the last 2 days I've been back and forward from my parents' house, moving stuff from their attic, and it is I didn't realise how much stuff I had. None of it is going to fit in this tiny room, and none of it fit in the room there either, but there was the loft storage, which had a lot of the stuff there, which I just completely forgot about. So one of my guest room now is just filled with boxes of stuff, of games, of all sorts of stuff that I'm not going to be able to display in here, or will have out because I won't be playing it, but they will be going into the loft. So I'll do a couple of videos just to show you what they look like, mainly like my PC games, which I don't really play, and like the Commodore cassettes, all of that stuff. I've got dozens and dozens and dozens and dozens of the cassettes for Commodore and whatnot. So there'll be some of the next videos to keep an eye out for. I do have more to record from other pickups. What have we got? All of the 3 days worth of bank holiday, and anything I've picked up in between. So keep an eye out for those ones. I hope you enjoyed this one with this smaller stack of games. What would my favourite game from there be? It's probably gonna be The Mummy or Dragon's Dogma. Let me know what one was your favourite from that stack, and then maybe I'll give that one a go first before any of the others. But as always, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please drop me a like, drop me a comment, and drop me a subscription. And enjoy your game hunts, and I will see you in the next video. Peace out.